Do you know what really happened to Storage Wars star Brandi Passante's heartbreaking tragic life of her that you never heard before? You can't think about just Storage Wars without thinking about Brandi Passante. Fans admire the wit and charm she brings to balance out the guys on the show. When it comes to most good, long-running reality shows, fans tend to appreciate the cast as much, if not more so, than whatever action the premise of the series has them doing. That's certainly the case for the A&E show Storage Wars, which has featured a colorful crew of buyers, including Brandi Passante, one of the young guns, and arguably the breakout star along with her then-partner Jared Schultz. Passante was a part of Storage Wars from the beginning, but her tenure on the show, as well as her personal life, has not been without some drama. However, not a lot of people know what really happened to the Storage Wars A star. How Passante has persevered through her tragic life. She had a hard childhood. Though many of Brandi Passante's known struggles in life have taken place during more recent years, she faced hardships before fame was a factor. She is very clearly up against a tough crowd with her fellow Storage Wars A buyers who are pretty much all men, especially in the earlier seasons. But because of the way she grew up, Passante was used to holding her own in a group of strong men. In an interview with Lifetime Mom, Passante talked about working in a male-dominated industry, and whether or not this proved difficult for her. In response, Passante said it forces her to be tough and to not be as emotional about the outcome of things. She then talked about how she had practice functioning in a male-dominated arena because she grew up with brothers. As a child, they used to beat up on her pretty heavily, which she credits to toughening her up. She explained, I find that the men in my business will walk all over you once they discover your weaknesses, so you have no choice but to develop a thick skin. Though it ultimately helped her career, it was hard for her during her childhood. She is a survivor of domestic abuse. Brandi Passante worked to keep her relationship with Jared Schultz professional following their split, which is evident through her lack of social media posts bashing him and through their continued banter on Storage Wars, which was more joking and playful than truly hurtful. Fans speculated that her professionalism toward Schultz extended to her post about being a domestic violence survivor, where she did not go into any specifics of the situation or name her abuser, who may or may not be Schultz as far as the general public knows. In the Instagram post, Passante shows off her tattoo that reads the word Frige with a bird attached to the end. She jokes that some of her fans might think she got the tattoo for the Lynyrd Skynyrd called Free Bird, of which she is a huge fan. However, she clarifies that the tattoo is meaningful because somehow, by the grace of God, I managed to escape a very difficult situation that so many people fall victim to. I will be eternally grateful for the life and freedom, without fear that I get to live now, she wrote. She thanked everyone for the empathy and grace. The post was vulnerable and proof that Passante is growing from the hardships life throws at her. She was targeted by a revenge porn distributor. Ever since she came into the public eye through reality television, Brandi Passante has always had her personal life details reported on. However, partially because she is famous, she became a target for scams or, in this case, harmful attempts to crush her brand. In 2012, revenge porn distributor Hunter Moore posted a nude video on his website and claimed the woman in the video was Passante. Passante claimed she was not the subject of this video and sued Moore for defamation, invasion of privacy, consumer fraud, and more. Initially, Passante requested $2.5 million. Though she ultimately won the case, she was only awarded $750. The judge felt the full amount couldn't be justified, but Moore also had to pick up Passante's legal fees. Ultimately, Passante's image didn't seem to suffer much from this video. Moore's website isanyoneup.com became known for using videos that featured subjects who didn't give permission to upload, known as a revenge porn or stalker porn, and the site has been shut down since 2012. Passante suffered much anxiety and stress from the whole ordeal, as she was unsure about how the video would impact her image. She struggles with an autoimmune disease. While Brandi Passante is raising her children, dealing with her messy split, and navigating fame, she also has a health issue. Passante deals with comments on social media all the time, both negative and positive, but one fan questioned why her voice was so raspy, in a negative way, too. Passante responded by posting the direct message on her Instagram story, explaining that she has Hashimoto's disease. According to Mayo Clinic, Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disorder that directly impacts the thyroid gland, located in the lower neck area. This disease is most common in middle-aged women, and while it is associated with numerous ailments, fatigue, digestive irregularity, mood irregularity, joint pain, and hair loss, among others, it can be treated with thyroid hormone replacement. Passante undergoes regular treatment for it. The condition is highly unlikely to be fatal, but this still weighs on her everyday life. Case in point. Passante deals with having her voice sound a lot raspier than normal when speaking on television, her podcast, or Instagram videos. She's raising her children alone. Part of what made Brandi Passante and Jared Schultz's split so difficult was the fact that children were involved. Passante and Schultz have 2 kids, Peyton and Cameron, who both had to deal with the split, too. Passante has full custody of the children, as noted in her Facebook Live interview with the Dad Diary, where she talked about raising them as a single mom. The details of the custody arrangement are not public, but it seems that Passante shoulders much of the burden. Not only that, but Passante actively stopped posting photos of her children on social media after people began to make creepy comments about them. In an Instagram post of her daughter, Passante captions it about how she stopped posting because creepy dudes were making disgusting comments, but that she made an exception for this one because she was so proud of how beautiful my little is in her winter formal fit. Having to navigate her own image in the public eye is difficult enough, but censoring her posts because people refuse to behave in the comments section is a whole other story. What happened to Brandi Passante from Storage Wars? Fans will remember Brandi as one half of the young guns in past seasons of the show, alongside her then-partner, Jared Schultz. However, they have since split, but that has not stopped Brandi from bidding on abandoned storage units. However, she did take a brief exit from the show to pursue other opportunities. Brandi, Jared, and their children briefly had their own spin-off series, Brandi and Jared. Married to the Job in 2014, but it ended after 8 episodes. It is believed they left Storage Wars after the opportunity to have their own show was presented. Their kids, Cameron and Peyton, were featured on the show as well. However, the couple split in 2018, but continued working together until 2020. Luckily, I don't run into him that often, Brandi told Distractify in 2021. It's been 3 years since we broke up and I would like to say that it was a little nicer than it is, but it's not. It is a little tense, but we seem to get through it. Sadly, shortly after the interview, Jared was arrested and charged with misdemeanor domestic violence after getting into an altercation with Brand in May 2021. Since then, Brandi has been focused on her career and has been going solo on Storage Wars since season 13. I'm actually really excited that I'm out there by myself doing this, as she told us ahead of the season 13 premiere. I brought a couple of friends with me, and I think it's going to be funny and interesting, and I think I'm more excited about this season than I have been in the past. So viewers, please like this video and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.